Hi class. So today I'd like to talk to everyone about animal testing and actually how many animals are killed a year from the different testing that they do. So according to PETA.com, they actually have discovered that over 100 million different animals are killed yearly from different testing. So this isn't just mice that we're talking about. A lot of studies are used with mice in experimental or just whichever, but actually dogs, cats, hamsters, birds, pigs, they're all used for these experimental testing or even curiosity testings, which is insane. There's so many different technologies out there that we could use instead of actually using live animals. And for a lot of these testings, it's for human use. So we first do the testing on the animals, and if it turns out okay for them, then they start to use them on people, which is completely ridiculous. They are lives too, and they do matter. And we need to stop with these experimental testing that actually all they do is stress them out, and then they end up dying from it. It's completely insane. I don't know about you guys, but I absolutely love my animals. I would do anything in this world to make sure that they were safe, and I actually, a lot of times, I care more about them than I do myself. So it's hard to know that there's these laboratories going on all around the world. Over 100 million animals are dying yearly from just humans wanting to know what happens next. So a lot of steps that we can take to get rid of this is actually there's a lot of things that we can do. So one is we can make sure that a lot of these experimental places are shut down. A lot of them are just over-the-counter products. They start with that, a lot of shampoos. So they'll make a new shampoo and then they'll try it on the animals and kind of see what the reaction they get. And that's not good. So why not change the ingredients in these things that they're making? Why not go to all natural products so that we kind of already know the side effects that are going to come from it instead of making all these chemicals to make it a pretty color or a pretty smell and then being like, okay, let's go see what happens when we put it on this dog's fur. That's just one of the things. So if we can start to shut down these places, if we can actually get in there, we can create laws to save these animals, it'd be absolutely amazing. This also goes for farms because they do the same kind of thing at farms, even with cows, horses. They'll do all kinds of experiments to kind of see where the line is with the animals. Now, I know they kind of did this with humans back in the World War in Germany. They did this with babies, a lot of psychological testing, kind of to see what would happen when we did this or that. Or they did experiments where they would leave the babies alone and not touch them. And babies died from that as well. So they shut that down really fast because it was humans. But why continue to do it when it's still animals? It's still alive and they're dying over it. A lot of people don't care really what happens to animals. They're just animals, but they're not. They make us better as humans. We learn from them. We learn patience from them. I know I have. So it's a little insane. We need to protect our wildlife and our home life. Their family too. Even if they're mice, even if they're hamsters, even if they're little pigs, they matter too. So it's about time we all come together. We start to shut down these big corporations that are doing these experiments, these outrageous experiments on animals, stressing them out, then end up killing them. And then maybe trying to go into the laws of changing the chemicals that we actually put into our body, whether it's our hair care, our medicines, creams, lotions. And why don't we go natural? Change up the ingredients so that we know it's safe. Or even if it's not safe, we can just try it on ourselves. Because isn't that where it's going to end up anyway? But, I mean, we can always do so little, or we could do so much. As long as we stick together, I think that everyone in this world we'll be okay. We can take care of ourselves, we can take care of the animals, and everyone's going to be happy in the end, hopefully. But, I mean, it's all up to us. Now, I would love to see all the animals being saved and no one's being experimented on. That'd be a perfect world. And I know there will always be studies like this, and there will always be hard times. But, I mean, we can try. Well, thank you guys for listening.